pull in, I'm gonna throw a 2, 1, and I'm gonna come over the top.
Started already.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful morning to be alive. We got our special guest today, Josh Cisneros.
Hey, what's up?
One of the best grapplers on the planet right now. Episode 56. Don't mind my shades. Throw on a fucking snazzy shirt. Let's get serious today, boys. Okay, thank you very much. Gloria tells. Got my PRK surgery last Thursday, and boy, was that a scary surgery. Went under the laser. You have to just accept they know what the fuck they're doing. They gave me a couple Valium to loosen up, and laid there in the bed. And the doctor said, just stare at the light. And I saw a little tool. They start scraping a layer of my eyeball off. And they said, stare at the laser. 10 minutes, they did both eyes. Sat up and could see pretty damn good right away. I'm like, wow. And I can already see better than I could see when I was wearing contacts, and we're like 4 days out. So not a bad little deal there. $4,000 and get your eyes fixed. It's pretty crazy. You got good eyes, Josh?
Yeah, I got a 20/20 vision, so I'm blessed with some vision.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much? So we're 3 days from weigh-ins. 2 days from weigh-ins. Mm-hmm. 2 days from weigh-ins, and you're competing at 66 kilograms this weekend. Yep. And what are you weighing right now?
Right now I'm like 152, so I got 7 pounds to lose.
And how long before the tournament is weigh-ins? For this one. 6 hours or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. So 6 hours, because usually IBJJF, it's literally like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you weigh in and you go. This one, it's going to do weigh-ins at like 6 to 8 a.m. in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then they don't start till like probably like 11 or noon. Mm-hmm. But they're going to be running 66 kilogram division, probably like the last one. So I won't go till like 2, maybe 3 p.m. So I'm probably just going to go in and go back to sleep.
That's going to be nice.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to hydrate up, get charged up. So a lot of people are probably cutting weight for this tournament here, which is going to be sweet. But man, dude, what a stacked tournament this weekend. I think everyone's so excited. This is probably the most stacked tournament there's ever been.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 22.
And you started jiu-jitsu at what age?
Started at 12. So going on 10 years now.
So started at 12 years old. And 12 is when you started wrestling and doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, so I wrestled. I come from a wrestling family, so I wrestled since I was like a baby, right? So growing up, 12 is when I was going kind of back and forth with wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
So you started wrestling about what age?
Probably say 5, 6 years old.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, I'm always curious, when kids start that age, were your parents pretty good at just making it enjoyable for you?
To be honest, I didn't enjoy it.
Really?
I didn't really. It was like I just did it because all my other brothers did it, and it was more of like a family thing. So that's why I did it.
Oh, okay, because how many brothers you got?
I have 5 brothers.
5 brothers, and they all do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now you're one of the most seasoned ones? Mm-hmm. Dang, because are any of them doing jiu-jitsu for a living?
No, I'm the only one. As of right now, they mainly just do it just as like to train as a hobby.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So your parents so at first you hated it. So what made you not, like, once you turned 18 to be like, fuck that, I'm not doing it anymore?
Shoot. Well, I stopped after my freshman year in high school. So after I wrestled my freshman year, I was like, fuck this, I'm not cutting weight like that again. Because I cut weight freshman year from like 130 to 106.
So that's when you stopped wrestling, when you were a freshman?
Mm-hmm. So right after I placed 8th in state. After my freshman year, I was like, I just want to do jiu-jitsu, because I tended a little bit more to jiu-jitsu than what I did with wrestling. I was like, I love jiu-jitsu. I don't really like wrestling. I didn't plan on wrestling in college, so I was like, there's no reason I should do it anymore. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So back then, you were still just training probably once a day after school?
Yeah. It would just depend on like the day, because we had like literally a set schedule of when we were doing it. Probably, I would say maybe like Tuesday, Fridays we wrestle, and then Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays we'd go do jiu-jitsu.
Nice. Nice. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, but I mean, going with you, I think I grappled with you 6-7 months ago, and I was impressed with your jiu-jitsu. I was like, damn, this little fucker's good. And you train with Quickshinyo, who's a goddamn legend.
Yeah.
I mean, probably one of the best. He's got to be up there with one of the best to ever do it.
Oh, yeah.
How do you kind of split your time between gi and no gi?
It just depends. I mainly do gi, so I don't really do nogi as much unless there's like an event coming up for nogi. Then like we'll still then we'll start switching to nogi. But even for like for this tournament, like me getting warmed up, I would still get warmed up in the gi, and then because like I just drill with my girlfriend, like we do techniques and stuff, and we're gonna train right now after this. We would go, I put on the gi, get warmed up, do like round or two, and then from there I'll take the gi off and then just start training no gi.
Nice. Yeah, on the Joe Rogan and Gordan podcast, Gordan was talking about how like the gi doesn't help your no gi, but then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I think Gordon's the only one in the past 10 years that doesn't do gi.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. Because I train the gi, and then when it comes into no gi, like it just comes naturally. I think if you train in the gi, it transitions a lot easier into no gi because it's kind of like the same thing, just different grips. You don't have the same grips, so it's just a little different grips. But because you can do pretty much anything in no gi, you can do it in the gi, but you can't do anything in the gi. Everything in the gi, you can't do some things in no gi, right? Yeah. So, and
if you got good defense in the gi, then your defense in the no gi is going to even be better, in my opinion.
Yeah, because the no gi, it's like a scrap, right? Because once you get sweaty, you're slipping out of things, right? It's like a slip and slide. In the gi, no matter how sweaty you get, if they get their grips, you're not moving nowhere, right? You're kind of stuck, so you have to fight off those grips.
Yeah. So for this rule set, for this one, the rounds are 8 minutes, right?
No, for this one,
first round of the tournament.
No, I think it's gonna every match is gonna be 10 minutes, and then once it hits semis, it's gonna be 15, and then once it hits finals, it's gonna be 20.
That's right. That's right. So each match's gonna be 10 minutes, and it's interesting because this rule set, the first 5 minutes, there's no points. Second 5 minutes, there is points, but then there's some weird rules too. So like you take someone down, they go to turtle, it's not points. So it forces people to go to turtle, give up their back. It creates a lot more scrambles. It's probably the funnest rule set to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised more tournaments or there's no other rule sets that are like, you know what, we're going to copy the ADCC. They're such a good, cool rule set. Your preparation's been pretty good for this tournament, huh?
Oh, yeah. No, we've been on point. Right now, I'm feeling super, super good. Not affected by the weight cut at all. I feel like I haven't cut any water yet. Everything's just feeling sharp, so everything's right on track.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. We could see some good matches here. The Friday, I think they released the brackets, right?
Yeah, so it'll be like Friday night. They'll just do like a little face-offs with everyone. They even told us, I won't even know who I'm going to fight until they call out your name. So they're going to do like a whole face-off with every single one, every first-round matchup. They're going to call your names up, you guys face off, and then that's who you're gonna fight. Okay,
sweet. So you don't know until they call you up. Sweet, dude. Because in your bracket alone, we got Cole Abate, we got Keith Krikorian, we got Fabricio Andre, Diego Reyes, Cobrinha's son, Kennedy, Gabriel Souza, Ethan Kralstein, Gio Martinez, Diego Pato, AJ Agrazam, Gary Tonin. Oh, man. There's so many sweet matchups there.
Oh, dude. It's freaking stacked, dude.
I'm curious to what kind of seeding they're going to give you. Because they'll probably give Kennedy number 1. And maybe Gary Tonin number 2?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because Kennedy's a returning silver medalist. Gary's placed, but he placed at a weight class above, so he's coming down. So I think they might give him number 2. And then from there, it's just kind of like, the main achievements, who's most achieved, stuff like that. Probably AJ, because again, he's taken silver at 2 at probably, I think, was it 2017?
And then silver. He took bronze 2019, or I think so too, something like that. That'd be a good match. And then 77 kilograms, like, let's try to pick the winner. We got JT Torres, Oliver Taza, Tommy Langecker, Cade Rutolo, Mikael Galvao, Alberto Jimenez, Lachlan Giles. I think Davey Ramos is out, but Nicky Ryan, Dante Leon, Hanato Canuto, and Dave Varela. Jesus, dude, it's a fucking stacked tournament.
I think it's way too hard to pick a champ this year, dude. It's every division is just super, super stacked.
Yeah, for 77 kilograms, I feel like it's going to be hard to bet against JT Torres.
Yeah,
because I think I don't know how old he is, but he's probably getting right to his prime, and he's got the smarts. It's gonna be hard to bet against JT Torres, but I'm excited to see this.
He's 33.
He's 33. Yeah, freaking prime for jiu-jitsu. Mikhail Galvao, how he does in some of the matches for him.
Dude, I think honestly, if it was a match between JT and Mika Galvao, it's like that's just gonna be fireworks, man. It's gonna be so hard to know who's gonna win. Yeah.
I remember Taquino saying just how fucking strong JT Torres' grips are. His just grips are so crazy strong. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to bet against JT Torres on that one, so I'm gonna pick him. 88 kilograms, we got Matthias Deans, Giancarlo Bodani, J-Rod. We got Mason Fowler, Shanji Hibiero, Josh Hinger, Tyru Tolo, Wagner Hosha, Lucas Barbosa at the 88 kilograms, Isaac Mitchell, and then Pedro Moreno. Jesus.
Yeah.
That one's fucking insane too, dude. But I would say for that one, it's going to be either Matthias Deans or Hulk Barboza. Good fucking rule set. I mean, Hulk can wrestle like a motherfucker.
I got to go with my boy Mason Fowler.
Dude, I'm a huge fan of that guy too.
That's my boy right there.
He's a fucking animal.
Oh, yeah. He's been on a grind, dude.
He's been on it for a while too, just competing everywhere.
Yep.
In the gi and nogi. Freaking sweet. And then I think under 99 kilograms, Kenan Duarte, Rafael Lovato, another stacked one there, Craig Jones, Devontae Johnson, Nicholas Mirgala. Curious to see how he does. That'll be interesting. So the finals match, that has potential to go a 40-minute match.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Because of the overtime.
Okay, so then plus 99 kilograms, we got Gordon Ryan, Felipe Pena, Joao Rocha, Victor Hugo, Orlando Sanchez, Cyborg, Vinny Megalis, and then Nicky Rod. You know, if there's going to be someone that beats Gordon, I feel like it could possibly be Nicky Rod in this rule set.
Yeah.
I feel like just because he's gone with him a lot, so he's got the confidence of going with him. He kind of knows his strength. And just this rule set. Nicky Rod's such a freak athlete. He's such a good wrestler. If he plays to the rule set right, I hope we see that match.
No, he's super athletic. And the last time he fought in 2019, like, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's progressed 3 years now, dude. He must be insane. He has the technique now.
Yeah.
Plus athleticism, the wrestling stuff. So I think if it was Gordon would fight him, I don't think Gordon would be able to take him down just because of his athleticism, his wrestling background stuff. But, you know, if it goes to the ground, you might see some leg entanglements, I think. That would probably be the biggest hole in Nicky Rod's game. But if he can just defend that, I think he'd do just fine. Yeah,
and he's so explosive, and he's training with Craig Jones every day, so that's going to give him a big advantage, too. I really hope we see that match. Okay, and then we got the super fight, Galvao and Gordan.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
It's that is a really tough one, dude. You know, everyone like every fight, and I just don't think I can bet against Galvao because every fight he just pulls it out, right? And Gordon's been on a tear too, so it's hard to choose which one just because Gordon's been looking so dominant lately. But it's Galvao, man. Like his name, his legacy, and like what he's done. Like he's been the champ for the past 6 ADCCs or something like that.
Yep.
Dude, that's more than a decade. That's just tough.
And he's got the rule set dialed in. If anyone's going to play to the rule set, it's going to be him. And I just don't know if Gordon can really out wrestle him. The one thing is Andre's age. Like, how did his training camp go? How many injuries does he have going into this? And Gordon's just like fucking freak show.
Yeah.
Just chicken and rice, just making him look that yoked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gordon's freaking huge, dude. From when I first saw him to now, dude, he's fucking huge.
He's fucking huge, dude. And do you think it's just chicken and rice? It's hard to say.
I don't know. I mean, he says he always has like health problems, stomach problems and stuff like that. But he's taking meds and stuff. I don't know. Shoot. Get tested. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but fuck it. No testing on this one.
Can't say nothing.
Yep. So if I had to bet money on it right now, man, that's it. It's just literally a coin flip for me. I just never fucking know. Especially because are they going to do the super fight before the division?
No, I think it's going to be the very last match. So Gordon's going to have to fight his whole division. I think he said he's going to do absolute. He's going to have to do the entire absolute, and then he's going to have to do the match. If he does all that, like if that, I would have to say that's going to put some kind of, damage on him, depending on just how his matches go. If he just goes and submits everyone, well, fuck, he's just going to be going in fresh. But
Yeah.
he's not going to be going in fresh against Galvao, I think. So that might have some effect on him.
I think definitely, especially when they get into that, because I think that super fight has the potential to go 40 minutes. Is it 20 minutes right off the rip?
I think so. Yeah.
Right off the rip. So it's like, dude, it's got to. And if he runs through everyone in that in the absolute division or the plus 99 kilograms, it's going to be like,
Yeah. I don't think he will just straight run through everyone. If he does, then damn, like,
yeah, what the fuck?
He's the greatest.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think he will.
Yeah, for sure. So what kind of, you said you've been just kind of rolling every day. What's your training camp been like? Like when you're strength conditioning, how many times a week do you do that? And then how many times a week do you drill? And then how many times do you roll?
Yeah, so I've added on strength conditioning about 3 times a week. So I'll get it in like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. My training sessions have been minimum twice a day or 3 times a day. Right, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll get it in 3 times a day. Tuesday, Thursdays, I'll get it in twice a day, just to get rest in between, just a little bit. But even then, with like all of that, every single session, I'm always rolling. Right, it's always rolling, and then we'll start depending on like the rounds and stuff like that. Kishin was like, all right, we'll go in, don't worry about nothing, just go for it, risk it all, no points, right? And then he'll just go in for points, right? And then that's when you have to kind of change it up. And then depending on like my partner, like we'll get Caesar, boom, me and Caesar will straight just be wrestling each other the whole time. And then it's super hard to keep Caesar down too, because he just like in Nogi, he just stiffs arms you, lock out that elbow, and he does like a Turkish get up. It's so hard to keep him down on the ground. So every time he does that, I'm like just driving, chasing, pushing him down, right? And then we roll with other guys. I have to defend for leg locks, stuff like that. I don't really attack leg locks as much. I've been getting into it now. But Kishino will have a lot of people attack leg locks on me, so I can just work on defending that and stuff like that. And then like just after we'll talk and just work on some mistakes and stuff like that. But ever since then, just for the past couple of weeks, it's just been focusing on losing the weight, getting the sweat stuff, just keep staying in the flow, and just trying to just make everything sharp, because once you're like at this point, there's no reason of trying to like the only thing you can improve on is you're probably just strength and cardio. Right?
Yeah,
strength and conditioning.
In your timing, and your timing and shit. So when you go into your drilling sessions, do you decide kind of what you're going to drill on, or how do your drilling sessions usually go?
Usually, whatever Kishino shows, because it's a class as well. So we have a bunch of other people coming in trying to learn. So and it's a gi class. Like we go in, it's actually a gi class. So I just use that to warm up. But as soon as we're done, drilling, we get into the rounds, I do 1 or 2 just to get warmed up real quick, and then boom, I just take off the gi. Because once you get like getting warmed up in the gi, you start instantly sweating, because like just add it on gi, boom, you break that sweat, and then once that sweat's going, then it's all right, you're good, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And then boom, then that's when we start to scrap.
Oh fuck yeah! Because how old are you now, Josh?
22.
22. Damn, dude. And how many times a week are you teaching now?
I teach 3 or 4 times a week.
In the gi in the night.
Yeah, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights is when I teach. That's when I add on like an extra training session. So I'm still training the gi, even though like I have ADCC. I still train the gi just because I'm still a gi player. I don't stop. So I'm training both gi and Nogi. Been focusing more on Nogi, but I still train the gi.
Yeah. How much do you think just running classes and teaching has helped improve your jiu-jitsu?
Oh, dude, it's helped tremendously. It's you can do the moves, right? And you can do the moves, but can you dissect it? Can you show the move? I think when I started teaching, I started asking those questions like, all right, why do I have this grip? Why do I do this? Why do I do this? It's just like mind blown. And then in doing so, you kind of find little adjustments on what makes it a little better. All right, what makes it better for you? Because like just doing the move, you're just doing it because that's what you know, right? But if you're able to dissect it, if you're able to show it to someone else and explain to them why it works, I think you have a better understanding of your moves. So being able to teach just helps you level up your game, just of knowing why, how, and when to do those moves. Yeah,
for sure. And I think it helps with us, like our first language is English. Like a lot of people that their first language is Portuguese, they can explain things in one way, but some people don't understand that one way, and I feel like that helps a lot for my teaching style, I can teach the same move different to someone else and break it down differently to someone else. And that, I mean, yeah, ever since I started teaching too, my jiu-jitsu took just a huge leap. And I really enjoy it too, just helping making someone else better. And you see the confidence they start getting in the jiu-jitsu they gave them. It's just fucking,
it's real cool, like when you're teaching it and then they're having a tough time, and then when they finally get it, like that expression, like I got it, right? It's like, all right, cool, like you got it, now just keep getting it. Sometimes like they'll get it, and then once you leave, they just totally botch it again, right? And then you got to come back and help them again, and then once they get it, they get going. And it's just cool to see other people learn and give back and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been dealing with some injuries lately with my shoulder and shit. It's just like I haven't been able to train, I haven't been able to push it, and it usually drives me fucking crazy. But having my students be able to at least still every day be on the mats, a lot of times twice a day, and still teaching it, keeping my mind in it, helps kind of fill the void of being able to not train. So you deal with any bad injuries?
The only bad injury I've dealt with recently was with my knee injury. I first heard it at Nogi Pans. I got knee barred by Pato, and then that one kind of put me out for a bit. Luckily, it was just like lateral damage on it. I guess my which bone was it? It was like the tibular or fibula, the one that's a smaller bone, and you're like that one was kind of shifted out a little bit. So I had that one put back in place, and then I re-hurt that knee when I fought against Cade Rotolo at Who's Number One. Because he did that side scissors takedown, and he did on the bad knee. So as soon as he just put all his weight and jumped on it, just hear a loud pop, right? Luckily, like for some reason, like it was a loud pop. It ached for a bit, and then it just went away. And I was like, whoa, what the heck was that? So I got up. I was limping for a bit. I couldn't put too much pressure on the knee. So since then, but other than that, everything's 100%. Felt good, rested, everything. So
yeah, you're young buck, fucking durable as fuck. So when you do get injured, what kind of stuff do you do?
It just depends on the injury. So like for my knee, I just did kind of like my own physical therapy for it, right? Just strengthening the knee, stuff like that when I go work out. But other than that, that's pretty much about it. Just ice it, heal it. I use this thing that I get from Armbar Soap. It's kind of like CBD, right? Just rubbing the CBD stuff on it. But other than that, no, just focusing on strengthening the joint. Because man, dude, people in jiu-jitsu are crazy when they get hurt. Especially like Brazilians, right? They get hurt, they just tape it up, right? I'm like, I gotta get checked, right?
Then when they're 30, they're like walking with a cane, pretty much, like
the meows, dude. I think when they get older, they're gonna be like just all messed up. Their
wheelchairs,
bones, I was like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to walk later on, because man, like that. What was it? 2019 when Tyro Tolo knee barred me out. Did you ever see that?
Yeah,
dude, his knee was just, I was like, what the heck?
I was like, what the fuck's keeping it on?
And he had zero expression on his face, which was the crazy thing, right? A lot of people like they're grinning stuff, right? It hurts. He just had zero expression. I'm like, does he not have any feeling in his leg, or like what?
It's so weird.
That's insane. And then he just gets up and just casually limps off the mat, right? Just walks off. I was like, dude, this is like, that's like, for some reason it just seems normal for him, right? But I don't want to be like that when I'm older. I want to be able to walk and be healthy and stuff, right? But I guess for him, he's like, fuck it.
Yeah, he's fucking crazy. Do you do pretty good with your diet? Who taught you how to diet and eat healthy, or do you eat healthy?
When it's time for a tournament, I get pretty good. But when it's not, I eat whatever.
Pizzas,
pizzas, burgers, whatever.
Snickers.
It don't matter what it is. I'll eat it. I don't know. Usually, like, we'll go get Chipotle. We'll go get In-N-Out. It just depends on the day. And then we'll eat home. And when we want to, like, we start, like, all right, we need to start eating a little healthier, like my girlfriend, she'll start cooking avocado toast, she'll start cooking eggs and stuff like that, being healthier. But no, when it's time for like for a tournament, we get pretty on it, pretty strict with the diet stuff. We just cut out all the sodium. Just try to go very little sodium to none, because once you got no sodium in your body, everything just flushes out of you. She has me drink a gallon a day. It's like to start.
And it probably helps with your girl, because she competes too. How long you guys live together?
We live together now for almost 2 years.
Damn. You guys ever get into it about like anything, dishes or?
Oh yeah, sometimes.
All the time.
It's like it's your turn to do the dishes. Like, can you do it? I'll be like, I'm super tired, and then she yells at me to do the dishes. Or like, it's like, all right, I gotta go wash the geese. She washes the clothes and stuff like that. Just a little bickering here and there.
Yeah, always. So when you guys are kind of on your off time, you guys usually watch shows, or do you play video games, or what kind of stuff do you do?
I play video games, watch shows. I play on PC. So I love playing video games, dude.
Me too.
So I grew up playing video games. I grew up playing on Xbox, Halo, stuff like that. But I recently got a PC not too long ago, and dude, I've been just playing whatever games on Steam, Call of Duty. I mainly play a game called like Valorant. It's like you ever know what CS:GO is? Yeah, so it's like the same creators of the CS:GO. So I play Valorant. It's real fun game.
Is it like a campaign mode, or is it?
It's like a 5v5, right? So like imagine Call of Duty, that search and destroy mode. It's kind of like that. But in a 5v5.
I bet that's fun. With your boys or just randoms?
I have a couple of friends on there that I play with, but a lot of times when I'm on there, it's like at the time, as soon as I get done training, like I'll go home, shower, chill for a bit, relax, and then she goes on to teach. And when she goes, I was like, all right, I'm hop on the game and I just play.
Yeah. Have you thought about streaming at all?
We've talked about it. What do you call it? It was funny because like we've talked about it. I told her I want to stream back when I lived with my parents, right? I was still as a kid. I always thought about maybe streaming sometime. Just right now, just haven't really thought about it just because of like jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. I get tired. I don't got the same energy. All right, when I'm just like relaxed, when I'm normal, I don't have the same energy. When I'm kind of just like quiet, low energy, just kind of like to myself, just chilling, just relaxing. Yeah,
those streamers that are just quiet like that, I see the ones that are successful. They're usually really good at the game. Like for me, I'm not that good at Call of Duty, but so I have to interact with my chat a lot and kind of be entertaining. And it does take it away from the gaming a little bit when you're kind of multitasking instead of just sitting there zoning out on the game. But God, the gaming's fun, dude. I play I usually only play Call of Duty. Rebirth, Resurgence. I'm hoping when the new one comes out we can start playing some Search and Destroy with the boys again, and it's just a goddamn good time, isn't it?
No, I remember when it came out, dude. We were on Search and Destroy every day. Like me and my friends, we'd play Search and Destroy every single day. My brother plays games too, so we play games together. But nah, I don't know, it's just like the Search and Destroy now, Modern Warfare is not the same. Right, and we play a little bit of Warzone, but it's just not the same. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting for the new one to come out too.
Yeah, hell yeah. So you do what kind of do you do? Coffee or marijuana, or you do any of that stuff?
Nah, I'll drink. Shoot, if it's like coffee, it's gonna be like one of the sweetest coffees you ever drink, dude. I can't do
vanilla
bitter.
latte.
Yeah, I'll do like a vanilla latte, but like extra sweet.
Damn.
I can't do that bitterness, dude. Like you ask my girlfriend, I drink any of her. I'm like, bleh. Nah. It's like it'll be good at first, and then once it hits the end, dude, it's like so bitter. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I gotta drink something else. I gotta sweeten it up a little bit.
So ever energy drinks?
Yeah, I'll drink energy drinks sometimes. Just depends on like how I'm feeling, whenever. But usually, nah. I wake up, drink water, just drink whatever. I usually drink. You ever heard of this drink called like Clear American? You get it from Walmart. It's flavored water. It's like the sparkling water, but you know, all the bubbly stuff like that. It don't taste like nothing. Just like straight sparkling water. And I hate that taste. But Clear American actually tastes like a soda. It tastes like a real drink. But it has 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 sodium, 0 everything. But it has really good taste. So I usually drink that. So like in time, so like now that I'm cutting weight and I can't have like soda, I can't have any of those drinks, that's the drink I'll have. Because it actually has taste. It tastes really good. Or I'll have, I get it from Sprouts. You know what Izzy's are?
Yeah.
I'll have an Izzy.
Those are good.
Those are good. So it's like that. So that's what Clear American is. But it's a brand you can only get from Walmart. So I'll get those, a pack of 12 can. And I'll have one of those when I eat and stuff like that. It tastes super good.
And you've never done marijuana?
No.
Any of your brothers?
Probably. I don't know.
You never asked them?
Yeah, I never asked them. It's just something like I grew up, just how I was raised.
Yeah.
I don't see anything bad with it. I just think just for my career and stuff like that, I probably just won't be doing it just because, I don't know. I heard that it kind of like affects your cardio a little bit, right? So I want to have the best cardio. That's why I'm kind of like want to keep up my cardio and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do it when I'm older.
Yeah.
And I'm like done competing, maybe. But for now, as a career, I try not to drink. Like I literally just started drinking alcohol. When was it? In July.
Had a couple sips and got a little tipsy.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I just had a couple sips. I was out there with friends. We went for American Nationals Jiu-Jitsu in Vegas. And I was like, fuck it, I'm in Vegas with some friends. I have a sip. I had a sip of what was it? I think it was a Bud Light. And I was like, oh, this tastes like ass. And then they got me this it's one of the slushy drinks, right?
Yeah. The big one?
No, not too big. It was like a medium-sized one.
Is it like a margarita maybe or no? Hard to say.
No.
Sweet Sweet
It was
though.
sweet, yeah, it was sweet. They put a slush, they put a shot in it. But like for the shot, man, I guess it was like the end of the bottle. They put a lot more than a shot. I was like, holy shit.
And what'd you start feeling? A little numb, a little wanting to get crazy, or?
No, I just felt relaxed, loosened up a little bit, just having fun.
Yeah.
So I was like, huh, kind of like, a little normal, not too much.
And
Just
did your girl have a couple sips with you?
At that time, no. Well, she tried it actually, but no, she gets pretty tipsy off of like one drink.
Yeah.
She gets like really fun and stuff. So I'm like, oh dang.
That's how I get too. I have a couple sips, I start getting crazy. I don't really like how I alcohol. I don't know. It makes me stupid to where I just start doing dumb shit,
Yeah.
and then you do too much, and you start losing like all motor functions. I definitely think a couple. Yeah. What did you say, Jay?
Just black out.
Yeah. I mean, a couple sips to loosen you up is always not a bad thing.
Yeah, but like the thing is like if I don't like it, I'm not gonna have it, right? So it's like if an alcohol drink, one that I really like, it's this sloshy that I got when I was in Maui. It's at this Maui Brewing Company. It was a sloshy with a gin in it, and it was like one of the best drinks I had like with alcohol, any alcoholic drink. So like if I have like these regular beers and stuff and it don't taste good, I'm most likely not gonna drink it. I like to drink something that's like kind of fruity, that tastes good, right? I'm gonna enjoy it. But people say it's like, oh, it's an acquired taste. When people tell me it's an acquired taste, it's like that means it tastes like ass. That means I'm not gonna have it, right?
Yeah.
It's like if I like something and I want something, it better taste good immediately. As soon as I have it, it's like, oh heck yeah, I want some more of this. That's the kind of guy I am, right?
You like your sweets?
Oh yeah.
You like cupcakes and stuff, or
Oh yeah.
all sweets?
Yeah. All sweets, candy.
Laffy Taffies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much anything.
Gummy worms.
Oh, I love gummy worms, dude. Gummy worms, gummy bears.
Yeah.
Those
It's
stuff.
probably good that you don't do a little smoke because you'll like those gummy bears even more. Way more. So what kind of supplements you do? You like do you do protein, or you just do some simple stuff?
No, I don't do any supplements. I just started doing like pre-workout, sometimes some BCAAs just for some recovery. But growing up, I never took any protein, creatine, nothing like that.
Damn. But we do eggs and steak.
Yeah,
and
I do eggs, steak, just stuff, anything that's like kind of that more natural. Just stuff that are more organic. I never really like researched up on protein, creatine, so I never took it. Just growing up, just never took it. My little brother though would have to take protein shakes and stuff like that because like he would have a tough time. They like putting on weight, growing and stuff like that. But now he's grown. I think now he's actually bigger than me right now because he's actually competing at the ADCC Open. I have two of my brothers, my little brother Caleb, and then my younger brother Jacob. Jacob's 2 years younger than me. My brother Caleb, he's like 12, 13 right now doing the ADCC Open for kids. So I'm gonna go see them tomorrow.
Sweet.
So Jacob, my little brother, he's actually bigger than me. I think he's competing at 155.
So you're the oldest?
No, I am the middle child. So I have 3 older brothers and 2 younger brothers.
Are you the toughest out of them all?
I like to think so.
They never challenge you?
No, we're always super competitive with each other. We always challenge each other and make jokes and crack up about it and talk shit to each other when we do it. So it's like it's super super fun. That's just how like we grew up with anything. With anything, we're always super competitive with each other. So like whether it's video games to wrestling to jiu-jitsu to football, any kind of sports, we're always talking shit to each other.
Yeah, fuck yeah. It always helps you level up with your bros, huh?
Oh yeah, it's just always super fun, good times.
So we had a question for Dan Garner this morning, and I'll play it here. And he repeats the question as we go, so we'll listen in.
What's up, guys? Tim asked me, what is a common mistake that fighters make post-weigh-in? Look, the first thing that comes to mind is that they celebrate the weigh-in rather than celebrate the fight. One way in which they celebrate this weigh-in is by eating low-quality, mediocre, but delicious foods. This is immediately prior to competition. Like, you've got 24 hours until you have to compete, and you want to be at your absolute best. You didn't go through this entire training camp eating the highest quality foods so that you can stuff your face with shit the moment before the most important part of the last 8 weeks takes place. You can't do this. This is a terrible way to rehydrate. It's a terrible way to refuel. It's a terrible way.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Very good.
Weigh-in is by you want to be at your absolute best. You can't do this. This is a terrible way to rehydrate. It's a terrible way to refuel. It's a terrible way to optimize the mind and body for performance. So, post weigh-in, it's going to be different with respect to strategy based on weight class, how much you had to cut, lots of variables at play. But one broad spectrum rule I could apply to everybody is that you want to refuel and rehydrate with the foods that you ate during camp. The things you know agree with you, the things that don't bloat you, the things that won't give you diarrhea, the things that make you feel light, fluid, and athletic. Whatever you eat during camp, do your absolute best to get these access to these foods post weigh-in and use those to get back on weight. And then if you want to celebrate with some treats and snacks and delicious foods, do that after the fight, not before the fight. Or to put this another way, post weigh-in, don't just eat the foods you like. Eat the foods that like you.
Yeah, thank you for that, Dan Garner. I mean, I see that a lot. I even see it in the UFC a lot too. People will weigh in, they'll eat clean all the way up till the weigh-in. Their body's depleted of everything, and even the UFC's fucking weird about it. At weigh-ins, they'll have all this they'll have Cheez-Its sitting there, and they'll have peanut butter and jelly. They'll have this just shitty food, and they say they go by the science and all this stuff, but they have just terrible food full of preservatives ready for you after weigh-ins. It's what the fuck? We're not going to eat that. A lot of people do that. They stuff their face. They're like, oh, I'm done. I'm done cutting weight. The diet's done. And then they put all this food in their body that their body's not used to, and it's not used to digesting. And then while you're rehydrating and fight day, your body's focusing on breaking down all that shitty food compared to just healing up. So, that's the best advice is after your weigh-ins, just eat the foods that your body's used to digesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one. I've made that mistake multiple times when I was younger. Just weigh in and just fucking stuff my shit to the gills.
Yeah, no. After wrestling, weighing in for wrestling, as soon as I get done weighing in, I'll probably go get a double Western bacon cheeseburger from
Damn.
here. Oh, dude, that would taste so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, after cutting weight, everything tastes 2 times better. So
100%.
But no, I was definitely a victim of that, but I kind of started switching up. So after this one, after I weigh in, because I can't gain too much weight, because we have 2-day weigh-ins, right? And it's both scratch weight. So I got to make 145 Saturday and 145 Sunday. So I have to be careful on how much I eat. I can't gain too much. So I'm probably going to be gaining 5 pounds, hydrate up to 5 pounds, and then boom, just probably sauna that night. But I'll probably lose weight just from competing in the match, right? So I'll lose weight, and then whatever I weigh after, just hit the sauna for a bit. And then I sleep off about a pound and a half in my sleep. So I kind of calculate it to where I lose off this much. If I'm still a pound over, I'll go to sleep, wake up, boom, right on, weigh in. And then from there, I don't got to worry. I can go rehydrate as much as I want.
So because for the trials, they only had the one weigh-in. So this one, they're having 2 weigh-ins.
Yeah, so that was awesome. For the trials, I fucked up on the weight cut. I waited till the very week of the tournament for the trials, and I lost 20 pounds in that week.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's weigh-ins the day before. I'm chilling. But I lost that 20 pounds. But those last 4 or 3 pounds were the hardest fucking pounds of my life because I cut all my water weight out super, super early just that week of, right? So all my water. So now, for me, if I cut weight now, I do it now, should be super easy.
Yeah. But it wasn't day before weigh-ins. It was 6 hours, remember?
Yeah, it was the day of. But at the same time, they did the same thing. They ran 66 kg last. So I didn't have to worry. So it's I weighed in 6 to 8 a.m. I didn't fight till almost 2. Nice. So as soon as I got done weighing in at the trials, down the whole Pedialyte. I do a little thing where I mix half Pedialyte, half Gatorade together, and it tastes amazing, dude.
Hell yeah. Just
get those electrolytes, rehydrate. I thought I was gonna be tired because I woke up at 4 a.m. cutting weight. I didn't weigh until almost 8 a.m., 7:55. I was 5 minutes away from missing weight. So I weighed in, boom, down that Pedialyte, Gatorade, down a bottle of water. We got breakfast at the hotel. I got a egg avocado turkey sandwich. It was that was really good. I was oh, eggs, avocado, turkey is that's good for you. Some bread, some carbs, get some energy and stuff like that. But no, I was just hydrating a ton. And I thought I was gonna be dead tired. Oh, I'm gonna go to the hotel room. I'm about to knock out. No, dude, that electrolytes, the Pedialyte, the hydration just kicked in right away. I got to the hotel. Up. Yeah, I was moving around, shadow wrestling stuff in the hotel room. I was what the heck? I thought I was gonna come up here and sleep. I got so much energy now.
Nothing better than that just first slurp after the weigh-in, right?
Oh yeah, it's when you first, after you weigh in, when you only want to take a drink, right? But you end up just chugging it because you just can't stop for some reason.
Yeah,
it's oh man, I
then
can't stop.
Sometimes your gut just
yeah.
fuck.
And so like I had a little bit where I was like I drank a little too much, so I felt a little heavy. But as soon as I got to warming up, like all that just kind of just digested, came off.
Yeah.
Used the restroom, and I was like, oh, I felt good. So going into that first fight, like I had a shitty weight cut, but as soon as I rehydrated, I was like, oh, I felt super, super good. But now this time, weight came off super easy. I did it right. Feel good. Still have a little energy level. Cardio's up there.
Yeah, you're coming to win. Coming to fucking
everything's
win.
on point. So the goal is to go out there and perform at my best, peak performance. Right?
Yep.
So that's the goal, version 2.0. So after, that's pretty much it. Just eating clean and stuff like that. I feel way better compared to the last of my co-weight. I felt like shit. So no, if you guys do it right, you take the time to do it, you're gonna feel amazing.
Yeah, 100%. So you a fan of fighting at all?
Yeah. Oh no, I love watching Bellator, One Championship, UFC. I watch it all, dude.
Hell yeah.
Whenever there's a good card, I just watched the Nate Diaz card this past weekend, dude. And dude, those are some good fucking fights.
Dude, thank God Khamzat didn't fight Nate, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man, because Nate Diaz has some good fucking jiu-jitsu.
He does.
He has some good
He
jiu-jitsu.
does. He
He's
does.
legit.
But like even Kevin Holland, he's a pretty good black belt. He's pretty athletic. He's almost a more athletic version of Nate. Maybe not quite as good jiu-jitsu, but he's still a black belt.
Yeah.
But dude, you see Nate come out there look like just a little floppy Mexican.
That's just the way he fights. It's so funny.
It worked out good for Nate. Fuck yeah, it did. That was
Khamzat's
sweet.
a beast, dude. But he's I didn't like the way he acted after he missed weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, come on, you're a professional, man. You got to make this weight. You came in 8 pounds over. He's like, oh, that's not bad. Oh, like, what do you mean that's not bad? That's 8 pounds. That's
That
a lot of weight.
motherfucker's just crazy, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm a fan of him. He's just a fucking nut.
Oh, dude, he makes people like strikers. That's the thing. It's like, because he has such good ground game, and I think that's like a must. You have to have a good ground defense, offense, just like the basics of it. If you're good and you want to strike, as long as you have good ground defense, you're okay, right? So like, take example, Khamzat against Kevin Holland. He knows Kevin Holland's a pretty good striker, has some pretty good striking power, right? Just immediately took him down. Yeah, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but I don't know. Just from his matches, I didn't really see any grappling that he's done, right? He's I think he mainly focuses on the striking, right? The striking portion. But Khamzat, dude, he has international level wrestling, which is insane. And then his ground game, just pretty much speaks for itself. He went 4 fights without taking a punch and just absolutely dominated the guys. But he didn't do the same thing against Gilbert Burns. Yeah. And Gilbert Burns has legit jiu-jitsu, world champ, right? And Nogi's insane. And he didn't really want to take it to the ground because he knows, this guy's legit on the ground.
A lot of times in the fight, he was trying, and Gilbert was just stubborn with his wrestling. He was doing such a good job stopping it. I would love to see Khamzat, if they were like, okay, let's give Khamzat a top 5, maybe a top 10 in the middleweight. Let's give him one fight there, see what happens with Alex Pereira and then Izzy, and then let him fight for the championship.
I think people want to see. What do you think about Khamzat against Paulo Costa? That's gonna be a tense one, dude. That's a tough one. I think. Yeah. I think that would be a super tough test for Khamzat.
I mean, Khamzat, you come out and just fucking go gas pedal and just sink it. Like, dude, they put him in a 5-round fight with someone who with like Paulo Costa, he's gonna have to change his tactics.
Oh yeah, because he went 0 to 100 with Gilbert Burns, and that was only a 3-round fight.
Yeah,
and he's already getting gassed,
zapped.
So yeah, like a 5-round fight, he definitely has to change because he comes out right out the gate 0 to 100. As soon as the guy says fight, he just goes after the guy.
And with those more, what's up, Big Will? We got Will Harris in the house. He's going to be filming here for a Sugar sparring session coming up, so that'll be good. Yeah, but for those elite guys at the top 5, someone like Boachina, he's going to have to change his tactics, and he's going to have to lose to probably realize, okay, I can't come out and go balls to the walls because some of these motherfuckers might be able to stop me.
It's crazy to see like the different physiques too, because Paulo Costa, dude, that guy's fucking jacked.
What the fuck?
He's huge, dude, right? And he's making 185, right? And when you look at Khamzat, he's not that jacked. Like he's pretty fit and stuff, but he's not jacked like Paulo Costa.
No,
right? So it's kind of crazy to see like Khamzat competing at 185 when you see someone like Paulo Costa at 185.
Yeah, for sure. I think Khamzat probably walks around a pretty 205, close to 210. I bet. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of that fucking dude. I love watching him. And then this weekend we got Corey Sandhagen, Song Yadong. That's a good fight. I mean, Corey is good at controlling the range. I mean, he can punch people at the end of his punches. He's good at controlling the distance. Song Yadong, that little power puncher. I mean, Song's going to have his best chances of winning if he can cut Corey off and get him on the fence. Similar with Peter and Sugar. The height difference is so much different that Peter is going to be able to get to Sugar if he can put him on the fence. If he can't put him on the fence, I don't know if he's going to be able to get to him at all. And that's what we're planning for. But if I had to pick this fight, I would say Corey Sandhagen by decision.
Yeah, Corey is super technical on the feet, man.
Yeah.
And his jiu-jitsu is really good too.
Yeah.
His jiu-jitsu is awesome. But no, I'm waiting for that fight card with Sugar Sean, Peter Yan, Aljamain Sterling, TJ, and then Charles Oliveira against Islam. That's a stacked card, dude.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fucking crazy. And I'm just praying we're in the back, fucking celebrating, getting ready to enjoy Charles versus Islam.
Oh yeah.
Who you got, Charles Islam?
That's a tough one, dude. That one's super tough. Islam's super good. His grappling is super good. His wrestling and stuff. Even his standing has gone like a lot better. His standing looks good. But man, Charles Oliveira has been on a tear recently. His title defenses against Dustin Poirier, against Justin Gaethje, against Michael Chandler. Dude, he's been looking good.
He's been looking like a fucking Terminator.
Yeah.
And Islam's going to take him down. I don't think he's going to strike with Charles much. Charles is going to walk forward, marching with those knees. And then Islam is going to have to stay very sharp for 25 minutes because with Charles, you slip up once. You let him get a good angle from his guard. You let him start doing some shit. You're going to be in trouble. His body's made for guillotines. His body's made for Darce chokes and anacondas, and his hips and his legs. You know how it is going with someone who's so squiggly with their guard, and how hard it is to stay square with their hips before they're wrapping you up in a triangle or omoplata or some shit. So I'm so pumped for that fight. If I had to pick right now, I'm thinking Charles is going to beat him.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Just because I think Charles is more well-rounded everywhere, right? Because if you take the guy down, you're in his game. Like his game, he came from the ground game, right? But so did Islam. Islam's more of a takedown, being on top guy. Charles is like, oh, I'll be on my back, no problem, right? I'll throw submissions and stuff from my back, and it's so crazy. And it's so crazy how every second round, right, against Chandler, Gaethje, and Poirier, every time second round, like it was like pretty competitive, right? In that first round, they were kind of getting the better of him, and then that boom, just that switch flips in that second round. He just goes on a tear on them, man.
Yeah, I
like,
think with Islam and Khabib too, a lot of people in MMA, they don't. I mean, a lot of them don't have a really developed guard. You get taken down in MMA, they're like, go to all fours and get up. Get to the fence, go to all fours and get up. And with those wrestlers, Islam and Khabib, they want you to go to all fours. They can trap a wrist, start doing a wrestling ride, and really fuck you up from there. Yeah. Charles isn't gonna go all fours. He's got a fucking great guard, so he's gonna be playing from his guard. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. Also, Charles, they say how bad his vision is, and I'm curious to why he's never thought about getting PRK, because they say, or he's even said that he almost sees double in the cage, and it makes sense. He gets fucking dropped in the first round of every fight. So
I think him getting dropped probably makes his vision a little better. He's like, all right,
yeah, like, fuck, I'm about to, I could die.
All right, there we go. My vision's a little better now. But no, that is crazy, man.
Yeah, Aljamain and TJ.
I'm gonna go with TJ on that one.
I was gonna go with TJ too. It seems like TJ has I think their wrestling might cancel each other out.
I don't think he'll be able to take TJ down.
Yeah, TJ is a very good Division I wrestler, and I think TJ is a little bit more comfortable. He's got a little bit more tricks on the feet, so I think we're coming down to the last days of Aljamain being champion.
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised about the Peter Yan against Aljamain, on how Aljamain kept getting to his back and stuff like that. I was pretty surprised on how he did that. I thought he was going to stay on the feet too on that one, but no, I think TJ has the wrestling to stop that, because he comes from wrestling, right? So yeah, I think TJ will be able to stop that and try to like keep that on the feet and stuff like that if he needs to.
Yeah, so that'll get real interesting. If TJ Dillashaw's the champion, Sugar gets through Peter Yan.
I think that would be probably the next. If he gets through Peter Yan, that's definitely 100% title shot right there.
Yeah. 15 minutes with Peter. I'm just so curious how Peter's going to decide to come out, because his last, I think, 3 or 4 fights have been 5-round fights, and he comes out with a 5-round pace. So with a 3-round pace, I'm curious to how he's going to come out. Is he going to come out and try to make a statement with Suge? He's going to try to make it a sprint right away? I hope he does, If he comes out and starts making his like a sprint right away, he's going to overextend himself. He's going to be really mad. And that's where Sugar's such a good counter puncher.
Yeah.
He's one of the best at punching back and up. And that's where I think he could knock him out.
Yeah, I think he also has that advantage, like with the length.
Yeah.
I think he has super long arms. Because we took that picture after that training session. I looked like, dude, his arms are freaking long. What the heck? I was like, dang. Like, no, we were talking about, like, dang, dude, he has, like, the reach, the length, and stuff like that. And then, like, when you watch him fight, he uses that really, really well, too. I'm like, holy cow. So, no, I think he definitely has that length advantage that he can use that for sure.
Yeah. And Sugar's super, super athletic. Like, he's doing a lot of these things, like these feints and stuff that he doesn't even realize he's doing. He's just doing it because he's, like, an athlete with his eyes and his hips and stuff. So, I mean, we're preparing the best we can. We got a fucking great team behind us. He's dialed in. We've been sparring a lot more this camp just so he's staying super sharp with his timing. We leave in 21 days for Abu Dhabi. It's going to be interesting because we've never been to Abu Dhabi. We really don't know what kind of foods they have there. It's going to be definitely different because we've always been pretty spoiled on being able to go to Vegas and have the UFC PI and everything's taken care of with American food. So it's definitely going to be different in Abu Dhabi. But once the cage locks, I mean, everything's the same. It's what we do every day. So it'll be good.
Yeah.
Let me see here. This week, guys, last week I gave away the custom pair of 16-ounce gloves. This week we're giving a pair of these Mind Zet with a Z headphones. They're these nice Bluetooth over-ear headphones. Pretty sweet, really nice, classy headphones. So all you got to do is be subscribed to the page and comment on this video. Comment on this video, whatever, and then I'll do the random pick generator, and then we'll give away the headphones. You know what? Actually, fuck it. We'll give away two things. We'll give away the headphones, then we'll give away another pair of those 16-ounce leather gloves. So be subscribed and comment, and then we'll pick someone random to do those, and then we'll ship them out to you. So that's it, guys. Thanks, Josh Cisneros. You can tune in this weekend on Flow Grappling, the 66 kilograms. This is the biggest tournament there's ever been in history. So tune in, watch him. 66 kilograms. I think he's going to do good. Taquino and I were talking about it. Taquino's 2019 winner. He's the current best. So, and Taquino thinks you have a good chance at winning too. So we're going to be pumped to watch.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, guys, subscribe to the page. And if you want more content, remember every week I'm doing a solo pod on patreon.com/RedHawk Academy, and then putting random content up there for the Patreons only. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Love ya. See you next week. Peace.